What's good? What's good? What's good, Cowboys Nation? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to StarChasers Girls Talk Ball, Episode 6. It's your girl Craven Cowboys, aka Mickey. This is my girl Star. How you doing today, Star?
What's up, everybody? Good to be with y'all tonight. Welcome in. What's up, Nisi? Glad to see you tonight.
What's up, sis? How you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in.
We are officially, the season is officially here. Starting tomorrow with the Chiefs versus the Lions, and then we play Sunday at
Sunday night, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock Eastern, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So we play Sunday. So our season is here, guys. I know it seems like. What's up, James? Glad to see you.
Hey, James. What's up, Jameson? How you doing? Joey, what's going on? How you doing?
Such a freaking long off season.
Very long.
We put in the work. So front office is putting in the work. Coaches, the players. So
yes, staff, all the way around, medical staff. Yeah, we got a lot of guys going through it right now. So hopefully, they'll be able to pull through. And we got guys coming back. This is how we got Donald coming back from injury. I'm saying we go through that cast. So we just saw Tyler going down recently. So hopefully, they'll be able to get him going back. Quick and in a hurry because we're gonna need him. So they're very important to us.
Yeah, I think Yep, this is the time for just like put up or shut up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with you. That's a great point right there, Star. Like as we hear every year, they always like to say no excuses, but with everything we got going on in the organization right now, like just like you said, the players are into it, the coaching staff, hey, the front office is finally on board, making very big moves this off season. So we're very excited to see just the cohesion of this team, just finally come to the forefront, on all levels.
Exactly. And we put in all the work in the off season so that we can have the proper results in season. So hoping that we start the season off with a bang. We, dominate the Giants as we should, because although the Giants got better, we also got better personnel wise. They're still not quite a match for all, especially because we added a lot of people. So they're still not a match. They are relying on a lot of second year rookies.
Guys.
Some guys they picked up in the free agency who's their former team did not see them valuable enough to re-sign them. So and doesn't mean they're not gonna be good over here, Isaiah Simmons, Bobby Okereke, those are guys you don't nothing Darren Waller, those are guys that you don't sneeze at, you know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
But as well as it's definitely gonna be a battle, but I do think that we should still come out, on top if we play Cowboys football and do what we've been preparing to do.
And I agree with you. I'm glad you brought that up, like about the Giants, bringing in new additions. And I just kind of see the Giants, just as a kind of side note, I just kind of see them a little bit as a parallel to our team. Like you said, they're bringing in new additions, kind of getting used to. And I know we have McCarthy for for a little bit about 3 to 4 years, I believe it's been. And but this is actually, as we all know, this is like the first year he actually be able to bring his own play calling in, be able to run it his way, have his blueprint, his fingerprints on the team. And it's kind of, just in my opinion, the kind of a little bit the same way over there, with the Giants. Like, they're coming into the second year with Brian Daboll, the offensive coordinator from the Chiefs, Kafka, I believe it is. So they're still kind of getting into the groove of, their kind of new, play calling system and kind of, trying to figure out what they want to do with their quarterback, their run game. They brought Barkley back. Who they're really going to find to really replace Barkley at this time in his moment in his career, and especially what he did last year, like just like you said, something that's, something like you said, something you can't sneeze at. You got to recognize what he's done for your organization. So it was definitely very smart for them, to bring him back. So I just kind of look at, just in some way, like you said, we definitely got better. They got better, and to me, they're just kind of like a parallel of what both organizations are going through at this time.
Yep, I think that's right. I think all of our division opponents are starting rookies. And I think the rookies that we are starting are as a supplement to the vets that we already have.
Right.
Which I think in the Giants is kind of like, for the rest of our division opponents, there's a lot of, we're the only team in the division that got to directly build off of what we had last year. The Eagles lost a lot. They had to replace, they lost their defensive coordinator and their offensive coordinator. So they're going to look different, you know. You have the Commanders. You brought in Eric Bieniemy. You're hoping he could do something, but you got a totally new quarterback in Powell. You know, then you have, like you said, the Giants, who this is their second year under Dayball, second year under Wink, right? But they're still guys that they had to bring in because personnel-wise, they did not have the strength.
Right. So, and they really didn't, you know, I think it came out last year where they didn't really, you know, believe in the guys that they did have, so they weren't really using. I believe it was Galladay they weren't really using on the field last year.
They didn't use Galladay
and Tony, and he ended up going to the Chiefs, you know, and doing big things, you know. So it's like, you know, was it mismanagement or
their wide receivers: Isaiah Hodgins, Wan'Dale Robinson, who's questioned, Darius Slayton, Jalen Hyatt, Paris Campbell, and Sterling Shepard. So those wide receivers still aren't. They're not.
Right, exactly.
They're not. You know. Then you got Darren Waller, who Darren Waller when he can stay healthy, and then you have.
And they just got Bellinger.
Yeah, and Daniel Bellinger, who's decent. But then you have their offensive line, which Andrew Thomas has gotten way better. But this left guard, Ben Bretson, I don't know who that is.
And their center is a rookie, I believe.
Yeah, their center, John Michael Smith, which I love John Michael Smith. I wanted him in the but I mean I'm from the draft, but he's still a rookie, so he's still got to get into his man body. Yeah, you got Mark Glowinski, and then you got Evan Neal going into his
I think it's second year.
Second or third.
He was a rookie last year.
Right. So they got a very young offensive line. Yeah. They got average wide receivers.
Yeah.
They got Darren Waller. Darren Waller is great, but I mean, I have confidence in our safeties to lock him up. I mean, Darren Waller's not Travis Kelce.
Right, exactly.
Or George Kittle. So
yeah, and even in the preseason, I know they weren't doing much in the preseason, but I know they were just giving him short passes, you know, in the slot and things like that. And that's
because he's injury prone. So
that's why he wasn't playing a lot last year.
Yeah, he didn't stay healthy at all. So if he stays healthy this year, great. But I mean, still, I'm not worried about it because, like I said, our safeties. They locked up the best in the game, so you can lock them up.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm going to be able to lock up Darren Waller. So.
Right, exactly. I feel you.
Yeah, but we can get into it.
Yeah. All right, so as you guys know, Mike McCarthy has been having a couple of press conferences the past couple of days, and of course today, Star actually let me know today that Mike McCarthy actually revealed the theme for the year is going to be. Actually, I'm sorry, my bad. I jumped out. I'm so excited to talk about Mike McCarthy. I got to jump ahead. Actually, no, I went ahead and started. So yeah, as we know, the theme he dropped today was Omnia, which means sees everything, and I just love that theme for the team this year.
Absolutely, I think it's just a very powerful. Yep, Shepard is. That's right, Niecy.
That's a great point, Niecy. Yeah, a great point. Yep. Good, Swain. How you doing?
I'm glad to see you. But sees everything. I think it's just so powerful because it's building off of because what was our theme last year? Relentless.
I think it was. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I forgot. I remember it was 2020 vision in 2020. Then I think it might have been resilient.
I think it was resiliency.
Yeah, I think resiliency.
2021.
I don't know. I can't remember. But
I gotta look that up.
Anyway, sees everything. Is telling you or telling the team that everything it's like go after the pinnacle, basically.
Right.
That's what that means to me. Like if you tell somebody seize everything, that means take everything and leave no prisoners.
Yeah.
So, right. So it's like take everything and leave no prisoners. Y'all know back in the day, it was common that when a particular group of people was
original people.
Yeah. So what's up, the original people? When a particular group of people was trying to take over the next one, they would go in, they would kill everybody, children, goat, lamb. They would take everything to completely be able to take over the land. So I like that mindset that Mike has instilled in them, is that everybody, and then you listen to Micah today, because they were like, oh, is there some extra juice you guys got? Because this is, a division opponent. He said, no, everybody gonna get the same smoke.
Right.
So I think,
I mean, Micah, he gonna let you know what it is. He not, he ain't
right. Everybody this year is the enemy. There's we're not playing coy, playing nice, helping people up off of the ground. We are.
I feel you. I think I love the team. I think it just fits the team. Like, I think
exactly.
He and the team just knows what they have at this present moment.
Exactly. We're here to take everything that people stole from us, everything people said we couldn't do. That's what we're here to. That's what we're going to do this year. So, because everybody expects us to be the same old Cowboys. Y'all are gonna fail. You're not gonna reach the championship. Dak's gonna, all the narratives, all these narratives that they spin. So I'm sure Mike has played the narratives, have it over. But I would be playing them narratives to play Stephen A. and Bayless. I would be playing them every day in the locker room.
Yeah, Dan Orlovsky, everybody who got something to say
every single day, because all these people have been talking crap about you. The 49ers. They got our number. They think they're invincible. We can never beat them. So we need everybody to be put on notice. And I think we will put it there. I'm hoping that we come out on Sunday with our hair on fire. They
will. You already know, like you said, you can hear it in the press conference. Not only the ones that McCarthy holds, but like you said, the players hold. You can see the intensity in the practice, just like McCarthy said, like the competitiveness and just the pride that these guys have playing this year. Like it's even going from camp. It's not just coming to this year, but going from camp to the first week of actually we're saying, they amped up this another level. You know what I mean?
Right. That's the difference. He said that it's just been so competitive, and we saw that because we're not used to seeing our players throw punches and stuff at each other.
Right? No, that's all right.
All that, I guess, since maybe Jimmy Johnson or Bill Parcells days. We sure did not. That was not accepted under Jason Garrett. So
right.
We definitely. We just gotta. The competitiveness has been out of this world. I'm glad he even talked about Tyler Biadasz, and he was like, he changed his body this offseason.
Yeah,
like,
and
wow.
I think the same thing about LVE came out.
Yeah. Aisha Morrison had tweeted that LVE has changed his body. So these players really aren't playing, and
they're taking it serious.
I've said that since the beginning of the off season that like we're not really playing games. No more Mr. Nice Guy. We don't care about, because we were able to overcome. We were able to beat. We really did. We broke curses last year.
Yeah.
So I will feel like for the team, like all that chatter about same old Cowboys, that should really be off their backs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The only team that can talk crap about us is the 49ers. That's it.
Right.
Everybody else, no. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I feel you.
We beat the winning teams. Last year, we had the best record against winning teams.
Mm-hmm.
We retired Tom Brady in Tampa.
Right. Like, top 5 defense.
Top 5. Like, so.
Top 3. You know what I'm saying?
We definitely should be able to just build off of that and have the confidence that we are the best team in NFL. And we're going to show it this year. So that's what we're hoping for. But anyway, he talked about the NC picture frame.
Mm-hmm. Talking about the possibilities of what they can fill it with this year.
Right.
Like I mentioned earlier, like he knows what he has with his team, and just like I think, like they kind of mentioned, I think they mentioned on Girls Talk, Boys Talk, like I was telling you on the side, like they just talk about just the mental, just the the culture he's brought to the organization, and just now he's not only changed the physicality on the field, but he's changed the mental of these players off the field, and how they're able to come together and just be on the same page in the locker room, in the in the classroom as well. Even when Trey Lance first came on, he mentioned how he was taking over the classroom, just soaking everything in, trying to be a sponge, learn everything. And he's all about. I think he's, dare I say, even more about the mental than the physical with these players. Like, he cares a lot about these players' well-being. You know what I mean?
Right, because we have extremely talented players. It's just all about putting it. In order to be a championship team, you've got to be consistent. And he said sustaining success is a bigger challenge, because it is.
Right.
Because y'all remember what happened to our defense. Remember our defense? We were leading in sack. We came out guns a-blazing. Then an injury happened. Then teams started to counter us. And then, we didn't finish the league like we thought we would. So it's all about being consistent, pushing yourself to another level to be able to, because that's what makes great players great players. It's separate good from the great.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, you got to be able to play at a certain level week in and week out.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like you said, the progression, like as we saw, like in 2021, 2022, that the defense, like just like you mentioned with the defense, they're putting up historical numbers. But like you said, at some point in the season, like even last year, we held opponents to under 20 points, but at some point we kind of let up. And even after that came back, we started allowing points.
We started letting too much go on. Yeah,
exactly. And of course, we know the season goes on; these guys get worn out. Injuries happen. We do know that, but it's just like you said, it's about finishing. Even the depth guys gotta know when it's time to step up. And put their all on the field to be able to get the team to over the hump to where we want to be.
Right. It's about finishing. 100%.
Yep.
We gotta finish.
Yeah.
We gotta finish.
Yeah. Yeah, before we jump further, like I go back to the previous slide, like just the news from this week. We heard about Terrence Steele, securing his bag, as they've been saying, getting his big contract, $86.8 million guarantee. Very happy for the young kid. He's definitely earned it.
For sure. Big ups to Terrence, and shout out to the content creators who were saying that Terrence Steele was the future, and we should have let go of Lyle Collins, because there are many people that weren't on the Terrence Steele train, and this guy was an undrafted free agent, got his butt tore up in 2020. We all wanted to push him off a cliff, but he really stepped it up in 2021 when he had to fill in for Lyle, and then we know how important he was to our line, our run game. Last year, and how much it hurt us.
Yes.
When he went down, and then you have the leader, a leader of this team, a leader of the offensive line, Zach Martin, saying that he's the best offensive lineman that we have.
Right.
I know many people say, "Oh, that's just Zach talking," but excuse me. I always like to remind people that last year, before Terrence went down, he was the example of ball get off. It wasn't Zach Martin or Tyron Smith or Tyler Smith or Tyler Biotish. It was Terrence Steele. So he's just extremely important to our team, and I'm just so glad because our front office. Shout out to Stephen Jones. Jerry. I love you too, Jerry, but you a little bit in the doghouse for that fast when you tried to pull with Trey Lance.
Right.
But when it comes to, and I done already talked about what I feel about Jerry. Y'all can go watch the show. But shout out to Stephen Jones, because Stephen Jones has been getting these contracts done.
Yeah, dealing.
He's not getting the highest pay, but he's getting them done. Both sides are satisfied. He's not.
Hey, and I'll me cut you off, but shout out, I believe I forget who I seen tweeted out, but shout out to McCarthy's staff team and his analyst team. They tweeted out that they're saying that they're able to get ahead of some of these contracts because of the numbers that they're looking at and the possibilities of what the market looks like in the next coming years.
Right.
Shout out to them as well.
Shout out to those. Shout out to the analytics guys. I told y'all Mike McCarthy is an analytics guy.
Yeah.
I did a whole 4-part series about him on my channel. But yeah, what was I saying? But yeah, shout out to Terrence Steele.
Shout out to Stephen Jones for getting these contracts out.
Right. Shout out to Stephen Jones because, he is just racking up the contracts. And he's just doing it so elegantly It's really not much talk or chatter in the media. We are just silently signing folks. And I hope that they will continue on with Dak and CD. I hope we just wake up and the contract is done. You see,
right.
Steven said that, everybody thought, you know, oh yeah, of course we'll just wake up. But I mean, we just woke up to the Diggs news. We just, we just woke up to Malik Hooker. Like Steven's not playing around. Like he's really not playing around. He's getting done. He's getting these contracts done. And I even tweeted out, I said, you know, at this point, the way Steven is handling these contracts, because Steven is really showing like he don't need to do the sleazy stuff. He don't need to throw players under the bus. He can get these
right. I think they learned from that from years prior. I think they learned from that.
Like I feel like at this point, like let's just go ahead and give Steven full reign. And because it seems like he's changed, like he's clearly learned his lesson.
And quick too, because we were just talking. You know, I mean, you know, a lot of people were talking just last offseason how he was doing players bad. You know, talking about them or how they're not sure who they're going to pay who and things like that.
He just completely flipped. I don't know if he's been talking to Mike. I don't know who Steve's been talking to, but I know he's changed and. At this point,
and it's for the better too, you know. And you know, we could easily see it go the other way. You know what I'm saying? But we, you know, to see it go in a good direction, and for us to be able to secure players that we know we need, and that they know we need.
Yeah, like Steven really ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? So it's like at this point,
Missy said Steven tired land who are calling him dollar bill.
Yeah, he's tired. Everybody calling him
baby.
Shout out to Big Game James calling him baby nuts. He's tired of
it. Right.
He's tired of it. Steven said, "I'll show y'all baby nuts." And he is just, "What's up, Double R? Glad to see you."
What's up? So over? We saw you creeping here earlier.
Yeah, what's up? Good to see you in the chat tonight. But yeah. Steven ain't playing, so I'm all for Steven. Go ahead and take over. Go ahead and take over. At this point, I believe if it was up to Steven would have had Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Honor by now, because his beef ain't with Jimmy Johnson. The beef is with Jerry. You know?
Right? Yeah. And history shows that, you know, his past beefs have been with Jerry. You know, and he never really had any outside beef.
Exactly. Like Steven.
Steven about the money, right?
Exactly. Steven about the money. He like, shoot, I want to win. If we could get Steven in Charlotte as the head of this team.
Right. Steven is that Dave Chappelle meme where he holding the money in the crown. He don't worry about nothing but his money.
Exactly. And he's getting these contracts done. He's not making them the highest pay. Like he is signing he is handing out bags. And I'm just saying, like, let's keep our players that we need to keep. And how many people thought Terrence Steele was gonna go by the wayside? Trayvon Diggs was gonna go by. Nobody. Everybody's like, nah, he ain't gonna.
Yeah, we thought he was gonna be the odd man out. At least
sign. Can y'all say sign? So
yep.
Shout out to Steven. I know that's so crazy to say, but
right.
I don't know if the Holy Ghost touched him or what, but Steven is a changed man.
Yeah, man.
All for Steven.
Yeah.
Taking over the keys. They did restructure Neville Gallimore.
Yeah. I was surprised to see that. So,
which they should have restructured him. That's about how much he should be making for his.
Yeah, exactly. Especially for them to give him a chance to come back. Because I didn't think he was going to make this team, honestly. So.
I didn't either. So, apparently they try to move some money for something. I don't know. What's up, Kelvin?
What's up, Kelvin?
I don't know what they moved the money for. If they trying to make another big trade. If this is their CD extension. I don't know.
Yeah, because it's still a couple more days in the week, you know, before the season officially starts. So we see one more contract move.
Yeah, it'd be a great time to go ahead and sign that, because they said Joe Burrow about to get his deal.
Yes, by the weekend.
If Jerry, go ahead. Or Jerry and Steven, just give Dak his money, please. Just make Dak play quarterback.
Yep.
In league history, give him his guaranteed money, lock him up.
Yep.
For pretty much the length of his
the rest of his career. Yeah.
And let's move on.
I'm with it. Especially when the team is coming together. Like you said, we getting the pieces coming, like you said, and the people that we secured, you know, a hooker, you know what I'm saying, Dono, you know what I'm saying, like important pieces on the defense.
Right. We secured so many people. Yeah. We secured
So it just feels like we're finding the right people. and someone on the offensive line, like Martin and Steele. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
coming up on contract year.
Yeah, Tyler Biotis could be next. Like, we don't know.
Yeah.
But Steven said he's locking in. He's locking in his players.
Yep.
Locking in his players. So
you don't think that could be signed till week 5?
Okay, well maybe he won't. Well, I don't know. I just think the sooner the better. That's what
right. Yeah, I wouldn't wait on it. I wouldn't wait. I hope they learn from previous experience. When they went the last time.
Like, I don't think you want to. You bet against Dak Prescott twice, so I don't think you want to keep. If you truly learn, you shouldn't keep trying to bet against your franchise quarterback.
Right. Right.
But
yeah.
Whatever.
Like we touched on earlier with the injury report, we know Tyler, unfortunately, just, especially coming up on the first game of the year, kind of got dinged up a little bit in practice with a hamstring strain. They're saying that, that he wasn't in practice today. We saw Mike McCarthy talk about in the person that him, Dono as well, Sam Williams are all working with
they're on the courts. Yeah, they're on the courts.
So hopefully we'll see these guys, in week 1, we're not 100% sure. Yeah, but hopefully, as these important guys.
Yeah, I don't know if we should see Tyler, but I think Dono and maybe Sam would. Dono for sure been out for a while. Tyler's so fresh. I don't know if you want to really risk putting him out there. But I mean, I trust Britt Brown. If he's ready, he's gonna play. If he's not, he's not. So
I agree with you.
We'll see how that happens.
Yeah. Nevertheless, says, my opinion, if Cowboys don't make the playoffs, Parsons will walk next season and Jerry won't re-sign Dak next season. Is that what you think will happen, Double R? Or is that what you...
Yeah, he's saying that's his opinion.
If that will happen.
Basically he's saying if the are you saying that they won't make playoffs, or you're saying if the Cowboys don't make playoffs?
So that's what I'm thinking he's saying. He's saying if they don't make it. Okay.
Then Parsons will walk. Well, I don't know. I mean, that all depends. I know for sure the Cowboys going to have to the Cowboys going to have to do something with Dak's contract because he's due $59 million.
Like, that's a lot of money to just have
like, nobody is paying their quarterback that much. So if Jerry is really pay Dak that much damn money, I'd be shocked, because the only thing you can do to lower the cap is to extend or to restructure.
Yeah.
If you extending or restructure still keeps Dak on your team longer. That's why we keep saying just extend him, because you know what you have in Dak Prescott.
Yeah. Like, and actually speaking, before we go to the next slide, speaking of Parsons and contract, I don't know if you've seen the news of Bosa finally getting his contract.
Yeah, I did. Bosa finally got his contract. Everybody's saying Mike is going to be north of that. I'm like, listen, y'all don't know, because you could have said that for Diggs, because these players want to be here, and Mike already said, like, he's not trying to break the bank. Like,
exactly, just like Diggs, he could follow his example.
Right, exactly. Like, if they're trying to win a championship and keep their roster, all of these players, which it seems like they're all doing, with a little bit less. This is a championship roster, and you want to keep this team intact as much as possible.
Yeah, just like maintaining McCarthy's, like you said, sustaining success. You can't have that if you.
If everybody's trying to be the highest paid, like, this is a championship roster. Like, I feel like you only go for the highest paid. You said Jerry let Zeke go. He would let Dak go. Well, he let Zeke go because it made financial sense to let Zeke go.
and they owed him money.
It won't make sense to let Dak go. It wouldn't make sense to do that. But
exactly, Kelvin. Yeah, I think it was only $5 million they owed Zeke, so they were
Zeke was gone because
$60 million.
Exactly. Like, at that point, they saved money. We saved like a whole $11 million cutting them pre-June 1st. They saved money by cutting.
I think it was.
So that's why they cut. That's why they cut Zeke, right? So like, they don't save money by cutting Dak.
Right. Exactly.
That's what we try to say. Like,
either way,
if it made sense or saved money to cut Dak, then I could entertain those talks. But because if you cut Dak, like, you literally have.
I think it's $59.8 million or something like that. Yeah.
Right. And people are like, well, they could split it up. I'm like, so you still going to be paying $30 million for a quarterback that's not on your roster? Like, that's just it's just dumb. Like, if Jerry and them do that, it's because they literally it's a personal issue, like Amari Cooper. Like, it wouldn't make football sense to cut him.
Yeah, Devil says no, but Parsons wants a ring, period. And if Cowboys don't deliver, Parsons going to go. I mean, I can see Parsons. I could definitely. I mean, I can
see Parsons. Yeah, I could see Parsons leaving. Do I think he'll do that? No, because
he's right, exactly. He could very well leave just on his reputation alone. But
yeah, he could leave.
Earlier, Star, with how they're meshing the team together. You know what I'm saying?
But just know, like, you don't get the same perks on other teams as you do being a Dallas.
Exactly. Hey, when I know they're not the same person, but we saw what happened when Gregory went to Denver. What happened to Randy Gregory after he left? Do we hear his name anymore?
No, like no one exactly. Like no one. When you leave Dallas, you can leave Dallas. Go right ahead. But
yeah,
you won't get the same acclaim. No one will care about you. I mean, that's just the bottom.
Like we've seen a lot of players leave, go to other, or even, I mean, you'll get jobs and things like that, and maybe because
you get a job for sure. Yeah,
and you may not even flourish. I mean, we see what happened with Cedric Wilson when he went to Miami. I know he's been dealing with injury, but he hasn't really been doing much in Miami. So Cole Beasley been bouncing around from team to team. He's still getting jobs.
And these guys were ballers for the Dallas Cowboys.
Exactly. So
that got them paid, and then they went to Josh Allen and Tagovailoa, and they don't really their career.
Exactly. So, like you said, it's not money is a big thing. I'm sure with contract, it's about that. But like you said, the acclaim, the attention, sometimes the commercials, the extra. What do you call the endorsements on the side? You might not always get that.
I mean, take a look. Look, y'all gonna see. Look at Ezekiel Elliott this year. See if anybody cares.
Right, and that will be the perfect example.
No one's gonna care.
Well,
he's definitely not gonna be starting back over Ramondre. He's gonna be a complimentary back.
Yeah,
and he's just gonna try to keep taking as many little deals as he can here and there until he's ready to retire. So
yeah, exactly.
But he knows, like, his time of being Ezekiel Elliott at the pinnacle is.
Yeah, it's definitely different when you're over there with the Patriots. It's a whole
different thing. And they don't have no loyalty to Zeke like we had loyalty to him. So if he gets hurt or he doesn't perform,
right?
Belichick will cut Zeke so fast and he'll be back on the streets. So,
right?
Mm-hmm. Like, just being honest.
Yeah, exactly. You're right about that.
Yeah, look at D. Ware. Yeah, he got the SB ring, but what is he known for? He a Dallas Cowboy. He is
exactly
a Dallas Cowboy. He in the Ring of Honor as a Dallas Cowboy. Went into the Hall of Fame as a Dallas Cowboy. So.
Exactly. Even he had, and I mean, just repeating it again, he has no Dallas Cowboys memorabilia in his showcase, but he's still known as a former. They still refer to him as former Dallas Cowboy. Marcus Ware. So
yeah, like no one says former Denver Bronco.
Yeah, exactly. So it probably wouldn't even sound right to people if they said former Denver Bronco. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like what? Yeah, exactly. But
yeah, moving. Yeah, so moving. When we talked about Mike McCarthy earlier, but just we were kind of talking about this, I think, in our last show, Star, about the relationship, just being built between Dak and Mike McCarthy. Just just doing the slide, I looked at the definition of synergy, and as you guys, I'm just reading the definition for you guys real quick: the interaction of two or more agents or forces, so that their combined effect is greater than the sum of the individual effects. And I just kind of thought this is like a perfect metaphor for Dak and Mike kind of coming together, because we all know, what these two, what they brought to the organization individually. Dak with his numbers, when he's at quarterback, and when he's not at quarterback, we saw, what the offense looked like when Cooper Rush was in, against Dak when he was out last year for those 5 weeks. And we saw it was a big difference, 26th, 27th in the league, as far as offense, touchdown, receiving yards, what I'm saying? So and of course, when Dak came back, they went right back up to the top offense in the league. And of course, that Kellen gets a lot of that credit, but for some reason they don't recognize that it's Dak at quarterback.
It's actually Dak. Yeah, right.
Right, exactly. It's crazy.
Right, because if it was Kellen, then your offense should look. You shouldn't have that big of a drop off.
Right.
From like first to 32nd. Now, maybe you go first to 10, 15, or whatever if it was your offense. But you don't go to first all the way plummet it down to the ground. Like that doesn't make sense. And I think exactly like that the definition of synergy is perfect. Like Mike McCarthy has his tenure and all that he's accomplished as a head coach with the Cowboys and before the Cowboys. Dak has his tenure as a Dallas Cowboy and records that he's broken and you know, feats that he's made and things like that. But if you put those two together, you're hoping that the result is going to be even greater than what they were able to accomplish individually, which for us would be a Super Bowl.
Right.
Right. So that, and when you're putting, y'all saw how Dak called the game versus the Raiders. Dak has always been, people who know football have compared Dak to two of the greatest. Tom Brady, because of his leadership, Peyton Manning, because of Dak's mind, because of Dak's control at the line of scrimmage. Y'all saw how he made Will Grier, who was struggling all preseason, he made Will Grier look. Dak Prescott is a top quarterback in this league. To me, Dak is top 3. But y'all can call me a homer for that. That's fine. I don't care about that.
I agree with you.
To say, to me, saying Dak is just a top 10 quarterback to me is insulting. I will take top 7. I will take that. I don't agree with it at all, but people can make their arguments. But really, when you look at it, like Dak is really only truly behind. And if he wins this Super Bowl before Burrow and Allen, because that's the only reason why y'all say that he's not elite, right? Because he hasn't had a Super Bowl. If he gets to the Super Bowl, or he wins, not gets to, but if he wins the Super Bowl before Burrow and Allen, I really don't know what else y'all can have against him. Because when it comes to his stats, his playoff stats, his individual playoff stats, his in-season stats.
Stats against the NFC East, stats against the NFC in general. Like I think they tweeted out his stats today. His overall, stats winning in September, October. All his numbers related to Dak. And actually, I think I seen a tweet today. I think tweeted out by NFL Pro. I forget the full name, but saying that Dak is only about, I think, 53 or 57 yards from having 25,000 yards to tie with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, tie with Aaron Rodgers, only QB in the NFL history. So Dak is like top in NFL history. That's what y'all don't. I keep trying to like people don't really understand. Y'all trying to compare him to, these guys who just like y'all trying to
just getting in the league, really.
The Justin Herberts and stuff like that. It's just ridiculous. It's like Dak has stats that are top in NFL history, and I know there's records that Herbert has broken, because I think Herbert was like the fastest to reach a certain amount of yards. Only him and like Dan Marino and stuff like that. That's great, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to a complete total quarterback, Dak is better. Like like y'all have to stop getting so focused on arm strength, because Dak has better arm strength than Joe Burrow. But most of y'all would say that Joe Burrow is better than Dak Prescott. Now, I've made my argument to say, is that really true? But you can make your argument to say, okay, Burrow's better, and Dak has better arm talent than Burrow. So I really don't understand, putting Herbie in front of him because he's younger. Okay, were y'all putting these young quarterbacks ahead of Brady when he was like 35, 36?
Exactly, 36? And he was still winning. Right, exactly.
This doesn't make sense.
It's different with Dak. That should be on the shirt too. It's different with Dak.
Different with Dak. It's sad, but that's what y'all do it for. But hopefully this year 4 shuts everybody the hell up.
Yeah, hell yeah.
He gets his respect.
I think he will, and not just him, and actually just something else I want to add. I think we talked about this last week on our show about each room, and kind of like each level, each personnel room, professionally have like having some kind of leader. I'm saying in there, and someone they can look to. Gilmore with the DBs. We have Cooks with the wide receivers. And Diggs too with the DBs too. He's kind of getting in the group, and he's still, he can still look
right. He's still young. He's like a CD. Like they're veterans, but they're still a little bit young, so they still need like a little bit of a veteran presence. But
and Tony Pollard with the running back. So and of course Dak with the QBs. And I just kind of look at Mike McCarthy. Kind of like, of course, obviously he's the head coach. I'm saying, not, of course everyone looks at him as a leader. But even with him amongst his staff, like him working with, side by side with Dan Quinn, actually being able to come together, come up with a full game plan, someone being on the same page.
Right.
And like you said earlier, shout out to other content creators who were on the first about a lot of these things. Shout out to the DC Universe. They had their show this past weekend, and I think it was Skywalker Steel who mentioned about them, quote unquote, dribbling with a purpose. Him being able to work with Dan Quinn and actually be able to come out with a full game plan instead of having
game plan, right?
Kellen and Dan didn't work together like that.
Right, they didn't because they didn't it's just too far of a gap. But you had two tenured head coaches that can now develop a full game plan together to where they're going to completely in bones fossil. So all three phases are really going to be in total sync. And I think that's what Mike talked about as well, like running the ball. You run the ball you run the ball to rest your defense, right?
Right. To look in the long game, exactly. Not just play the next what you're going to do.
Right. And you can have less injury if you have your defense on the field a lot shorter, right?
Right.
So there's the whole coaching staff is really flowing in synergy. And Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy are flowing in synergy, and I think we will actually see that because I think you're even going to see. I believe they could be even greater than how him and Aaron Rodgers, because Aaron Rodgers, as prolific and as great as he is arrogant. He just, like he is
right. You're right. Yeah,
very, very arrogant.
Everyone sees it and everyone mentions it, but it's like they just mention it as, just like you said. Well, it's who he is, or he earned it because
and that's it's who he is. He earned it, but he's very arrogant, and I don't think it was till he pretty much had his last horrible season at Green Bay before he, really acknowledged that a lot of who he was due to Mike McCarthy. It was not
exactly. I mean, you see, he's kind of a little bit on the humble trip this year. Like I really haven't.
He's super humble this year. Super humble.
I really haven't heard much like him because he was talking like this, and even before we played them I don't know what week it was before we played them last year. He was saying, laughing at little jokes and making little snide remarks. But hey, ever since he got to the Jets, it's a whole new. I'm here the organization and this, that, and the third.
Exactly, because he knows he don't have long with the Jets. The Jets are training him, are trying to see if they can win a Super Bowl fast with him.
Yeah, they know, right?
But Aaron Rodgers doesn't have much longer. He's not going to go as long as Tom Brady. He knows that.
Right.
He's not playing until 45. He was contemplating retiring this year, but he's going to give the Jets 2 years and then he's out. So you can't really talk that talk no more. Like you're an old man. So keep your head down.
I feel you. And actually, I mentioned off camera, I was going to play that clip with Girls Talk, Boys Talk, but actually, since you mentioned it, about Aaron Rodgers, like Aisha Wilson actually mentions in the clip that I'm just gonna kind of explain it, but he kind of mentioned how Dak looks to McCarthy because he loves being coached. And like you said, that's the main difference.
Exactly. That's my whole point.
Dak looks, he wants to be coached. He wants someone.
Correct. That's the whole.
Because he wants to improve his game.
That's what I'm saying. Like Dak wants to be coached. He's been hungering and thirsting after having a real coach because he only had Jason Garrett. And y'all see, Jason Garrett, did he get any more head coach jobs? Not even in college.
Right.
No.
Right. And they gave up on him halfway through the season.
Right. Like he was not it. So everything he's had to do in spite of Jason Garrett, in spite of Kellen Moore. So now that he actually has a coach, a Super Bowl winning coach that believes in him, that he wants to get coached by, I'm seeing MVP for that because I can't injury. I just really don't see any quarterback playing better and knowing the game better than him. That's the difference.
Right.
Like the Burrows. Do y'all know this game as well as Dak Prescott? I just really don't know. Mahomes couldn't even read defense until like a few years ago. Mahomes has been relying on his arm talent. That's how Mahomes is. It's not because he's just this brainiac guy. He wins because he's that talented.
Right, exactly.
When you have somebody that has the mind and has the talent of an NFL level quarterback, I really don't.
And the experience actually going through those championship games, having been to the higher level games. You know what I'm saying? And
right. I just really don't see, like I said, barring injury, I really don't see much stopping Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy. That's just my opinion. You know, they can prove me wrong by losing and so that. But
just looking over old games, like just another element I've seen, like you said, for their relationship. Just looking at over old games, I just noticed that even whether a play went good or bad, I very rarely ever saw Dak and Kellen communicating on the sideline.
They never did. It
just seemed like even with they were near each other, close to each other, but they weren't talking. They were talking about what went wrong, what went right. They had very little communication for them being so close as being buddy. They
never had, because Kellen wasn't Dak's coach. He was his peer. You know, and then you had Nussmeier, who was Dak's QB coach, but Nussmeier just seemed like there was not much he could add to Dak. When every time Nussmeier talked about Dak, it was just like Dak was the best thing since sliced bread, and that's not really what a coach is. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Nisi says that T.O. earned his arrogance. I guess we can talk about what Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, yeah. It's like you could definitely earn your arrogance, but at the same time, like Aaron Rodgers being that arrogant, it didn't lead him nowhere. But
I was just gonna say that.
Like he
right, exactly. Like you got to know, like you said, it's okay to be arrogant, but you got to. I mean, for me, like, you got to know the team and what you contribute, but also that it is a team sport, and it's not just you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly. Like the only quarterback that has a nerve to be as arrogant as Aaron Rodgers is Tom Brady.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
Because Tom Brady has ring after ring after ring. Left Bill Belichick won a ring. Bill Belichick has been struggling to make playoffs since after Tom Brady left.
Right.
Like, so Aaron Rodgers, what did you do after Mike McCarthy left? The same thing you did with him. Made a couple of championships and choked. I mean, I don't know how
exactly. It's the difference how you carry yourself, you know what
exactly. I mean? Like, it does matter. Like, Aaron Rodgers, if he had multiple championships.
Right, exactly. Right. And even without McCarthy, I mean
right. Eli
that's something we tax to him.
Like, sorry, Aaron. Like, yeah, you did break all those records, and you're gonna be a first ballot Hall of Famer, blah blah blah. But you still only got one Super Bowl that happened in 2013.
Right.
But anyway, let's get to this Giants preview.
Yeah. So we got the New York Giants coming up this week. There's a couple of matchups we want to highlight. You know, of course we know. Of course everyone knows they got that dominant defensive line we're gonna be facing up against. And as we mentioned earlier, with Tyler Smith kind of being nicked up in practice, we're just a little bit nervous going into this week, especially with it being the first week. And of course with our depth, we got some young guys back there. With the possibility of TJ Bass, but I doubt he's going to the other side. But they have Chuma Edoga listed on the depth chart, which came out a little bit earlier today. They have him listed as a swing tackle, but I think in order to be able to just help maybe just solidify that line, I think they're going to be able to slide. You think they're going to slide? Not Awesome. It would slide Awesome into. They do have him listed at left guard too. So do you think you'll be able to face that line?
Yeah, I think if something were to happen to Tyron, they would push, probably keep Tyler locked in and push Awesome out, because Awesome played left tackle pretty much all preseason.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Now for Chuma Edoga, we didn't see him at all. So
right, barely.
What's up, Tavis? Yeah, what's up, Key? Got to see you. For Chuma, that's very shocking that they have him as a swing tackle, but I don't know. I guess he's ready. Maybe he's been playing in the not media viewed
up the side or
something. I didn't even know he was still on the team, but I mean he's on depth chart, so I hope Chuma is ready. I mean, I would expect Solari ain't gonna put him out there if he's not. So we'll see how he handle this situation. Yeah. We also have TJ Bass that could possibly play that left.
Yeah, he did so in college. Yeah.
So It's some. I don't know who they're gonna roll out for that left guard position if Tyler Smith doesn't play. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. But that is something to look at.
McCarthy said they probably announced it, 90 minutes before the game.
Right? So, they're not gonna tell. No, they don't tell that.
So we'll see. I mean, hopefully we'll see. What they do in practice as the week goes on. Hopefully there's some pictures
because Mike said they hope that him and Dono can practice by the end of the week, but and we're gonna have to put in their replacements. But
on the line as well, we got Biadasz and Martin going up against that tough inside. Leonard Williams, Dexter Lawrence. Right. We know that line is nasty, y'all. That line is nasty.
That line is nasty, and it is the strength of all of our division opponents. Their strength is that front.
Yep, that front
7. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's their strength. So, but here's the thing: Biadasz has definitely got. Mike said in his press conference today that he's changed his body, and we've seen how Biadasz has really been playing with an edge. So I like the matchup of Biadasz and Martin versus Leonard Williams and Lawrence.
Shout out. I'm gonna cut you off. Shout out to Aisha Morrison once again. She tweeted out that she was, having an interaction with Biadasz and saying that Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence is gonna be some nasty business, and I'm not in the mood for them. And she said that Tyler Biadasz said, "Oh, I am," and I'm like, "Oh, okay."
I think Biadasz is.
We saw how he did say
already. So I actually like that matchup a lot. Biadasz and Martin, I like that matchup.
Yes.
Tyron Smith versus Thibodeau, that will be interesting to see. Tyron is healthy, is still pretty much at the top of his game. You know what I'm saying? And Tyron, if he can handle Michael Parsons flying off that edge, now sometimes he's gonna get beat because Michael Parsons is gonna win sometimes. Like, you're not gonna beat him every single time. But I trust Tyron probably will lock Thibodeau up, to be honest. I think Thibodeau might get a little bit of pressure there because Tyron's a little bit old. But it's still like you're playing. That strength of Tyron's is no joke.
Fresh off training camp, had a good camp. You know what I'm saying?
That strength of Tyron's is really no joke. And people don't really realize until Tyron gets his hands on you just how strong he is.
Exactly. And he's a big guy. And he's saying the words are wrong. Tyler talking spicy. Yeah.
Smoke, but it seemed like the whole offensive line wants this.
The whole line. I was rewatching. I think it was the second Giants game last season, and it was like a play. I think it was like a false start, something like that on our side. And of course they kind of go into the play, but they kind of stop. And I forget which player it was, but it was like late in the game, and you can kind of see Terrence Steele kind of getting into it with Leonard Williams, kind of have like a little shoving match. So
I'm like, out there fighting. I love it. They ready. They're ready for it. So it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
You pointed out Wink likes the blitz. He does.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna try to switch it up, but Wink he's been the same since he was with the Ravens, and I don't know who he was with before the Ravens, but he just blitz a lot. He don't care. So even if he does switch it up, like maybe play cover 2 a little bit, Tampa 2 or whatever, he's still going to
guys back because he likes bringing that pressure. But like you said, he could try to get some different looks to kind of try to confuse that.
Yeah, he's probably going to try to do some zone blitzes and stuff like that. He's probably going to send the heat mostly from the left side because if Tyler Smith doesn't play, he's going to try to overwhelm Awesome or Tyler Bass. He's going to try to do that to get the pressure, more. So we'll be looking for protections and things. It'll be important for our tight ends, for our running backs.
Blocking, yes. Hopefully, get up in there. Kind of get their blocking.
It'll be very important. So we didn't put it on there, but look, let's look. We need to be looking to the running backs. Tony Pollard, Rico Dowdle, they've got to be picking up Deuce Vaughn. They've got to be picking up those blitzes because if they don't, you're definitely gonna see Dak's head get blown off. They're missing assignments, just like last year. I remember last year's opener when Tony Pollard didn't know how to block it, and Dak was getting his head blown off.
Yeah, we can't have that. And even just something as, and I'm saying no injury is small, but even just a finger, breaking your hand,
we don't
hitting
want
a helmet,
to touch that off. Period.
Right. So there wasn't even, it's one thing, he was just throwing the force, you know what I'm saying? So just something like that, just to try to keep the pocket clean. Even like we mentioned, kind of off screen, just having that ball come out quick. And so getting that ball out of Dak's hand really fast.
It's gonna have that ball's gonna have to be at it, which I think that's gonna happen because obviously
we saw that a lot. I saw that a lot in camp.
Yeah, a lot of 3-step drops. So that's what I expect. That's what I expect. 3-step drops, a lot of deception, a lot of play action. That's what I was able to pick up a lot when I went to training camp a few weeks ago. Is that ball's getting out quick, and our offense now is very deceptive.
Yeah,
you really do not know when the ball is being kept by the quarterback or it's getting passed off. So hopefully, I trust Mike. We got a plan. So
yeah, definitely. Of course, our run game. You know what I'm saying? We got a different looking. Even Mike McCarthy mentioned in his presser. We got some different running backs this year coming up. He mentioned last few years we had in his words 2 number ones. With Zeke and Pollard, so with a different look, coming into this game is going to be, as you mentioned, interesting. But I think, like you said, just seeing how these guys pick up pass protection, seeing how they're able to stop some, like you mentioned, Thibodeau, if he is able to, get past Tyron, I'm saying, or even Isaiah Simmons coming in, maybe him putting some pressure on, be able to pick up those blocks will be really important.
Right. It's definitely, I think, with Pollard, definitely short game, screens. Counters. Well, I think our best bet, instead of trying to go through the teeth of the defense, is to do counters where you can pull your guards, you can pull Steele out, you can pull Awesome out, or Tyler Smith. Like, you want to be doing those types of things so that you're not just doing what Kellen was doing, run up middle, just doing
up the gut. Right.
You try to run the ball.
Like, even with Zeke, it never worked.
It doesn't work. Yeah. You just got to use I think we're going to see a lot more of we're running a Texas Coast offense, so we're definitely going to see a lot of short passing game to open up the run game. We're going to use a lot of screens. A lot of those screens are going to take pressure off of our O-line. The short passing game takes pressure off our O-line, right? Players now, we don't have that aggressive option route system, so Dak is going 3-step drop, ball out, 3-step drop, ball out.
Yep.
Play action is going to take pressure off of us, which I think, like I told y'all, the offense is now very deceptive. So I definitely think we're going to be able to do that. And he's going for that deep ball. Whenever they do play action, he's going for Brandon Cook, CeeDee Lamb. He's trying to get that deep ball. It's not there to get down, to his running backs and stuff like that. We also, I think if we see Hunter Luepke in his game plan, we should look for leak outs, delayed leak out, right? So it's like they're blocking, but then we leak them out, once the play is already ran, in case, so that can, he has that safety valve, so look for that. They do have 2 rookies, cornerbacks, Deonte Banks.
Yeah, first round pick. And Trey Hawkins, 6th round pick. So I think, you mentioned earlier, just being able to, be able to have these options, like you say. First, they may come out throwing earlier. I did kind of notice that with the Giants last year, they came out, throwing really early in the game. Maybe that's what they were doing last year, trying to open up the run game, like you mentioned earlier, off screen. We may, like you said, we may come out passing early, just trying to open up that run game, just trying to throw different looks to the defensive way, trying to get them, just kind of, like you said, just putting less pressure on
get them on their toes. So I definitely think it's going to be a lot of quick passing game to open up the run game. I definitely think we'll see packages because something that Mike has really been talking about on defense and offense is speed.
Yeah.
So we are going to, because I think Michael Gelkin had asked him today, or maybe John Machota. One of them asked him today in a press conference, and they were like, you're kind of light weight-wise, like on your...
Oh, Gelkin, Gelkin asked him,
He's like, light, and he was like, well, we are light, but it's just matchups, and you compensate because we have speed. So it seemed like that was the goal this year: speed. So,
like we mentioned earlier about LVE slimming down, Aisha Moore mentioned LVE slimmed down too.
I remember Dan Quinn. He said he wanted his player to play. Dan Quinn and Schottenheimer said they want their players to play fast and physical. Right. So we definitely have speed out on the perimeter. I think we'll see packages with Deuce. Don't forget about Turpin.
Yes, exactly.
So I think
they have him listed behind. I don't mean cut you off, but they have him listed behind Cook. So I'm wondering if they're going to be having him do, doing 9 routes, or do you think they'll have him in the short game too?
They'll probably have him do some 9 routes. They'll probably have him do some medium crossers and stuff like that. I don't know, drags, things where he can just beat the guy off the line and get quick separation. So
right, because we saw that in preseason, but we only saw maybe like 2 to 3 catches out.
Right.
Passes, so not really long passes.
I think we gonna our game plan. We have to run the ball just to keep pace, and we don't want to score too fast because you don't want to keep having your. Remember we said with Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn, you want to have balance. You don't want your defense on the field all freaking day long because that's really how they get gas and injury. So you're gonna have to have a balance, but Mike will definitely call the game to pace the game. We'll be pacing the game. You're gonna take your deep shots when they're there. You'll see some QB runs, or see Dak do what be able to do what he does best, which is improvising. So, and that also helps your old line when your quarterback can move.
Exactly.
In the pocket, because when you just get in the pocket, like.
Yeah, we actually saw some drawn up plays in training camp, and when Dak was calling the play, we saw Greer using his feet a lot. So that could be an indication that they plan on using Dak's legs.
They're going to be
not so much, but they can plan to use him a little bit more than usual.
Right, they're going to try to move those guys. They're going to try to move Dak. What's up, JC? Glad to see you in the chat tonight. Yeah, they're definitely going to try to move. They know. Mike's not stupid. Neither is Solari, neither is Brian Schottenheimer. So they obviously know, if we the fans know how Wink is going to attack them and where he's going to attack them, then obviously Mike and Schottenheimer and Solari know. So I trust them. I have faith in our coaching staff.
Yeah, me too.
So
me too.
I
agree with you, especially with this new year coming up, like you said, and the weapons that they have, that they like just all of it. They could, like, I mean, we even talked about off screen about possibly Lukey and Deuce may not even see the field because of the weapons that we have.
Right, we have so many weapons, and Mike and them, they're not gonna try to show everything because
exactly, especially all in week 1.
It's week 1. We still gotta play the 49. We still gotta play some serious people. So we're not gonna just open the floodgates. Week 1 versus the Giants.
Yeah.
So
and we got plenty, and I even mentioned. I mean, I even noticed last year that in the second Giants game that Gallup had a great game. I think he had 5 catches. I forget the exact yardage.
Go off. He made off
because
they've been finally doing what we wanted. Put Michael Gallup's on drag routes and stuff, right? And so everybody might go off. To be honest, I think Brandon Cooks is gonna light them up.
It's really like a who's who of who can have a big game.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all look at the thumbnail. Air it out. You know what I'm saying? Because the shots will be there. Those cornerbacks are. CD Lamb is an all pro. Yeah. Brandon Cooks is a seasoned vet, like 1,000-yard season.
Yes.
Michael Gallup is Michael Gallup healthy. I don't think they don't have the personnel to stop.
Period.
So the best thing to do is just pick on them all.
Like still incorporate the running game, but really, like you said, like airing out is actually like a possibility, but not like even with the short pass game, you can still move the ball.
Exactly, you're still targeting them.
Yeah,
you continuously putting them in compromised situations. That's what you want. You want those DBs to continuously put them in compromised situations, and Dak gonna do it because Dak don't give a hell. He don't care. Yeah. It's Jalen Ramsey. He don't care. He went to Michael Gallup, who was getting covered by Jalen Ramsey. He don't care about Jalen Ramsey. He don't care about Jair Alexander. He don't care.
He didn't care last year when CD was triple covered in Tampa Bay. He was
He just don't care. So y'all know he gonna target him. He don't. He cares about Deontay Banks, he doesn't.
Yeah, and now he actually has the head
personnel,
coach, you know, and the control of the team.
He has complete control, right? And that's another thing. Dak now has complete control of that offense.
Yes.
So
it's not going to be I can't. You know,
right, I gotta stay with this play. This is dumb as hell, but I'm gonna stay with it. Like no,
right? Like man, he ain't got to worry about. And one thing I want to say is like I don't know. You know, of course I don't know for sure. I'm just speculating, but I saw a few times where they were cutting to Kellen on the sideline in the second Giants game, and I think we saw a lot in the Giants game where Dak was continuously checking in the run and into run plays at the line last year. And I just saw a few clips of Kellen's face just looking annoyed. And I'm like, he has to be annoyed that Dak is changing his plays. He has to be
because it's dumb as hell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Kellen just did dumb stuff that I wish, even in the playoff game, like Dak should have never done. But that's okay. That's in the past.
Right.
That's in the past.
Right, exactly.
Now Dak is being coached by people who have brains. And care about winning more than like scheme and stuff like that. So,
like you said, looking at the long term, not just the next play, but looking at the long term of it. Yeah, that's
correct. Like,
very important.
Let's win. Use our brains to win. That's what we do. Use our freaking brains to freaking win.
Exactly.
But
yeah, guys. Hey, that's pretty much the presentation, guys. Like, week 1, we're very excited. The football season is finally here. We ain't gotta, look for stuff to talk about. We don't have to speculate no more. After tomorrow, so we still got up until a few more hours to speculate. You guys, until, midnight. But it's just gonna be. I think it's gonna be a very exciting week, very exciting year for our guys. And like as I mentioned, we see the weapons we have. We see the staff. We can come in the coaching staff. We actually have. I think it was Gary who mentioned in the off season. It may not all be about the players. It could be about coaching. So now we have, competent coaching staff, and finally be able to put this together, and with the front office on board, it could just mean different things for us this year.
Yeah, I think so too, guys. So I 100% agree with what we said.
Like they were real, Carpe Omnia,
Carpe Omnia, y'all see it right there. Y'all see 2023, all of those,
y'all.
Right? All of those are our Super Bowls that they have there, and it says, "Well, what will 2023 be?" So, we're seizing everything. So let's hope that we seize.
Yep. Let's hope that's gonna be us in February, y'all, hoisting that Lombardi right there, y'all, number 6.
Before
we get out, and before we get out of here, shout out to the landlord, shout out to Henny. They always say, and shout out to the West Coast, they always say when you come in and when you go out, put 6 of anything in the chat, share it 6 times, because we're trying to manifest that 6th championship.
We're trying to manifest 6, guys. So let's have positive mindset, positive outcome. Let's be positive this year. Let's cheer on our team. Let's believe in our coaches. Let's believe in our quarterback.
Yes.
And let's
tunnel vision, y'all. Tunnel vision, y'all. We're looking forward.
We're focusing on 6. We're not playing games, and we're not taking prisoners. So
right. And like Michael Parsons said, everybody gets the same smoke. Like Michael said.
Michael Parsons, J-Ron Curse. We not
our leaders. Yeah. Trayvon Diggs, Dak Prescott. Hey, everybody. We saw them going at. Imagine like we said, if they got the smoke for each other, imagine the smoke they got for everybody else.
It's gonna be good, guys. So. Let's get ready. Season officially starts tomorrow, but our season we play Sunday night. So
guys. Thanks for your time, you guys. Awesome show tonight. Thanks for tapping in. Of course, hope you guys had a great time. We love sharing our stuff with you guys and just getting together with you guys every Wednesday. Check us out next Wednesday again, 8:30 Eastern for StarChasers Girls Talk Ball. Thank you again for you guys' time. Hope you guys have a great evening.
And
don't
forget to like, share. And share this video, guys. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels if you haven't already. Please donate to our channels. Mickey, you can put our cash apps there on the screen. And guys, please share us. We do this content weekly for y'all, and we have day jobs, so we put a lot of effort. We put a lot of effort into this. So please help us grow our platforms by liking, A like don't cost you nothing. A share don't cost you nothing, and a subscription doesn't cost you anything. So,
right,
please help us. But thank you guys so much. You guys,
yes, y'all.
have a good night, and prayerfully, we'll see you guys next week.
Yeah, and before we get out of here, Dak Owns Filthy just say he just subbed to you.
Thank you, Dak Owns Filthy. I appreciate that. Thank you,
yes,
sir.
Yes, we appreciate everybody's fam. Thank you guys for your time. Appreciate y'all. We'll check you guys later. Have a good night.
Yeah.